Hi there, I am David Femi James and welcome back to this channel. If you're new to this channel, you could subscribe and for more interesting content, and you could give this video a like button. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to the quick steps on how to design this social media content right here. And for my design, I'm going to be using these resources: the effect from our background, some icons, and then the logo for what we're designing for, and then a pattern, and then the subject image for our design. So without any further ado, we'll dig right into it. I have my text already typed out to save time for this video. My design size, I'm going to be giving it 6 inches by 6 inches. So I have a square shaped. So what I'll be doing next is I would like to draw a rectangle for our background. So I'll head over to object and power clip it into our design. So there we have it. So I'll right click on it and then edit power clip. So select my rectangle, adjust the size. So what I'll be doing next, I'll be filling it with a gradient color. I'll move this right here and then adjust the gradient color a little bit. So for the lighter color, I'll be using RGB blue, and for the darker color, I'll be using CMYK. I'll be using 100 by magenta 98, and then yellow 25 and black 31. So there you have the code. I'll be hitting on enter. So I'll adjust it perfectly to how I want it. So I'll be heading over to our resources to copy the pattern. The pattern I have right here is an EPS file. I downloaded it as an EPS file. You could go over on Google and then download yours, maybe JPEG, and then use line art effect for it. But I'll be pasting mine as curve because it's an EPS file. So what I'll do next is adjust it, maneuver it to feel more like a pattern in our design. So I'll be giving this black color, CMYK black, and then over to transparency. I'll be using the merge mode of overlay. So this is a uniform transparency. I'm using a merge mode of overlay. So finishing our power clip, this is what we have. So next I'll be copying our logo. The logo, I'll be copying it and pasting it right into our design. So for our logo, it's a JPEG. I would like to trace it out to line art so that I can give it a color of my desire. So this will be black and white. Color mode will be black and white, and then so that I'll just click on OK. So there we go. I'll delete the previous one, delete, and then reduce the size, minimize the size, and then adjust it. So as you can see, I made it white color for our design. So for our text, I'll head over to object, break apart text, and then for pathway, I'll be using a popular font, Times New Roman. I'll bring it into our design, make it white. Then what I'll do next is I'll head over and I'll be adjusting the logo and our text. So nevertheless, I'll head over to copy our effect for the background. So I'll paste this right here. So what I'll be doing is I'll adjust our effect. Is too big, so I would like it to fit into just the rectangle that we have. So what I'll be doing is I'll power clip it into our design. The effect was power clipped into the pattern, so it's not really giving us what we want. So I'll extract it. I'll extract our effect out of our pattern. So I will just undo that, undo this, and then bring it out. So for the effect, I would like to head over to object and then power clip it into our rectangle. Okay, so let's move the rectangle pattern down a little, then head over to object, power clip inside. So there we go, it has been power clipped inside. So what I'll do is adjust it, then take our effect, that's our background effect, and then power clip it into that same rectangle. Now what I do is I adjust the effect, then copy and paste it so that it will be more, so that it will have more intensity on our design. So I would like to zoom this in. So I'll continue with my with the arrangement of my text on our design. So for present special, I'll be using a font named jumper personal. So you can go over to the fonts and type and search for jumper personal, and then you have it. So I'll make this white so that it can be visible for edit. So present special, I'll head over to object and then break apart. So for present, I'll be using a popular font also, TW Cent. So TW Cent, I need a lighter one. Yes, so that is it. So it's in italics already, so I would like it to be italics as just as it is. So watch how I edit the light up, the conference, the whole text, the main text that has the highest hierarchy on our design right now. So I'll be bringing this here, adjust it. So for our special, I don't want it to be way beyond the right hand of the up, that's the U for up. So I'll adjust it right here, and then so that the up, because we're having an arrow right there to signify up. And then the conference, I'll enlarge it, but I don't want it to surpass the P because we'll be dragging it down later. So zooming this in. For the present, I'll use the shape to kern it a little. So for the light up, I'll right click on it, convert it to curve. So I'll head over to my shape tool, select the 2 node for the right hand top of the U, and then bring it up just like so. Perfect. So I would like to create a triangle out of a rectangle. So I'll just convert this to curve, take the shape tool, delete this node, and then rotate it 45 degrees. So now it's facing up. What I'll be doing is zoom in and then move up a little. So I'll just allow this up, adjust it up, and then what I'll be doing next is I'll adjust it by the time I'm adjusting it is I would like to merge it. I like to wed it to the text right here. It's already a curve, the text is already a curve. So selecting our triangle, I'm still trying to adjust it. I'll head over to wed. Now that I have wed the arrow to it, I would still like to adjust it just a little. So I'll use my shape tool and then drag this out a little bit so that it becomes more visible. This one too out a little bit. So there we go. So for the P, the bottom part of the P, I'll select it and then undo that. I'll select it and then drag it down just like so. So I think that is okay. So the next thing I'll be doing is I'll take this, I'll be giving it a gradient color. So I'll be filling the lighter part yellow, direct yellow on CMYK Padlet, and the darker one on a deep yellow. You could get this color on CMYK palettes. So I'll just adjust this just as it is right here. So the next thing I'll be doing is I like to bring the remaining of my text. As you can see, the effect is quite okay. So and I think it's okay for me. So what I'll be doing next is I'll just go over and make this Calibri. I'll be using Calibri as the font for our time, the date, and the venue. So I'll just make this 13 points. That's the size of our text, 13 points. So I'll be adjusting this. I just want to bring it down a little, and I think that is okay. So I'll head over to our resources right now and then copy the icons. I have my icon downloaded as an EPS file, but you could get yours from Google also. There might be a link to where you can download the resources for this video down in the description below. I'll undo that, bring this into our design. So we have the time, the date, and then the location. So what I'll be doing is I'll just have to adjust my text so that it aligns perfectly to our icons. Nevertheless, this comes down, and then I'll bring this out a little. So I'll be giving this RGB red, and then I'll take this up a little bit. So for the further description, that's a further description of the location, I'll make this Calibri also, but this time I'll just italics it, give it italics, no bold, because it's just a further description. So for the font size, I'll be using 10 points, 11, let's say 11 should do. I'll be using 11 points for it. So I'll just kindly adjust it and then align it to the icon left. So the next thing is to bring our subject into our design. So I'll head over to our resources, copy our subject, and then edit power clip. I want to paste him into our power clip. So our subject has been cropped out already. If you want to know how to crop out, I have a video, it should be in the description, on how to crop out image, how to crop out background from an image. So I'll be bringing down my guideline to show me how I'll adjust and scale up my subject into our design so that it doesn't surpass that line. So I'll just be scaling our subject to fit perfectly how I think it should be. So nevertheless, I just removed the outline for our background. So selecting this, I'll zoom it in. So for the host pastor, I'll be using TW for it also. That's for that's the font style. And then for Moses and additional, I'll leave it on Arial, but I'll be changing the casing to all uppercase. So I'll give it bold and then zoom in, adjust Moses text, and then I want it to be perfectly aligned with the name Adeshina. So selecting this, I'll group this, reduce the size, and bring it right here. So as the size is being decreased, host pastor will be red color, and then Moses and Adeshina, let me give it blue. Okay, so I'll zoom this up, and there we have it. So for the last touch, I'll be creating just a little bit of background for this white. So 30% black, that's 30% RGB black, and then texture transparency is what I'll be using. So I'll just quickly select one of these. I'll choose this raster type for my design. You could explore more on that, but for me I'll just use this raster type of transparency. So I just reduce the effect of the transparency, that's the pattern, to about 56. So I'll head over to object, then go over to order, and then bring it down of our layer. So I just took it back of our layer because it was initially covering our subject. So for this texture, I'm giving it just a little bit of background, a little bit of shadow. So, and there we go. I'm not so satisfied with Moses Adeshina's color, so I'll just give it black, direct black. So also for every of my text here that's beneath here, this information, I'll just give it black also. That's a heavy black. So for this, I'll just quickly adjust this just a little. Okay, so what I'll be doing next is zoom up. The last thing is plan to attend. Okay, so I just drew a shape, a rectangular shape, and then give it a white color, remove the outline, and what I'll do next is adjust it just a little. Okay, so what I'll do next is type out plan to attend, plan to attend. So, and there I have it. I'll make it 12 points. I'll use Calibri font for it. So what I'll be doing is I'll rotate this to the right 90 degree, or you could use the lock ratio and use minus 90 degree so that it turns the other way. So putting it into our design, I just made the text bold. So I'll be kerning plan to attend, that's the spacing in between words. I'll just reduce this a little, and then I'll move this up a little. So, and there we have it. So I'd like to just decrease the width of this. So I think that is okay. So I think this is like the final touch to our design. So if you like this video, give it a like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting content. So watch out for the next video.